Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to the final video, the grand finale of my holiday countdown series for 2023. In this video, we're gonna do a really cool winter Christmas scene. We're gonna do a glitter ombre with a bunch of colors. We're gonna add some really cool vinyl detailing and make a really fun and festive Christmas tumbler. I have had so much fun making these 24 tumblers over the last month or so. I hope you guys have enjoyed all of the videos. I do have them all compiled into a playlist. If you've missed any, you can go to my channel and find the Mal's Holiday Countdown playlist and rewatch any of the videos or watch any of the ones that you've missed. I would love to hear your thoughts on this series, so be sure to let me know in the comments down below. I'm always looking for ways to improve the channel, give you guys some more value in being a subscriber of the channel. So let me know, of course, what you think. Let me know what you'd like to see next year or in any upcoming series for the future year. I love doing series like this, so let me know what you'd like to see in 2024. Okay, you guys all know the drill. If you enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and check out the description box for any of the information you'll need from this video. Okay, that's it. Let's go. All right, so we're starting with a 30-ounce skinny straight tumbler here, and I'm going to base paint it using my acrylic paints. So I've got a dark blue, a light purple, and a pink, and then I'm also going to use some white. If you have spray paint as an option, you can definitely spray paint, but it's cold, and I thought that I would show you guys how to do it with acrylic paint if you didn't want to go outside and spray paint. So starting with my darkest color, which is my navy blue, I'm going to squirt a little bit of it onto my tumbler, and then I'm just going to paint around the top rim. And I am going to bring this paint down a little bit, like not super far, but a little bit. Now there are no rules to how you paint your cup. We are going to glitter over this, and you're really not going to see the paint. This is just a guide for like where your glitters are going to go. So I wouldn't take this painting process too seriously. If your ombre is not perfect or your blending isn't very good, whatever, don't worry about it. It will be fine. Now I'm going to take my purple and I'm going to blend this right underneath my dark blue. Now the purple is really going to disappear here. You're not going to see it underneath the glitter, but blended with the paints, it gives us a really nice tone. But we're not going to use any purple glitter on here. If you want to, you can. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So then I took a little bit more blue paint, and you can see I'm just blending those together, and we're kind of getting just like a lighter blue shade versus an actual purple. And I'm just using the same paintbrush at this point. I will switch brushes later on, but because we're going back and forth between the dark blue and the purple, it doesn't really matter. But you can see I'm just blending these here to kind of look like a really pretty night sky, which is what we're going for. Next, I'm going to take my baby blue paint and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to paint it around my tumbler, blending it with the color above it. And now at this point in the tumbler, we are kind of just willy-nilly here. We're not going to see most of the bottom of our tumbler in our final design. So as long as you base paint and when we glitter, as long as you do this like top 3/4 or top like 60% of your cup really, really well, the remainder of it doesn't really matter too much, so don't worry too much about it. So for this bottom portion, I wanted to do a little bit of a different pop of color, like a little bit of contrast. So I chose to do pink, but you can do, if you wanted to do like purple or yellow or orange, this is just going to be peeking underneath or peeking through our trees just a little bit. So I wanted something that kind of contrasted with the sky. So once my paints were dry, you can see they're not perfectly blended, and that is a-okay. We're going to glitter over it and it's going to be fine. So I'm going to take my epoxy and I'm going to spread a thin layer of epoxy all over my tumbler. I'm using my Flynn Sisters Artist Cure epoxy for my epoxy method application. Because it's not going to dry super fast, we're going to have a really long working time and we can get a really good blend with all of our glitters. So once my epoxy has been sitting for a couple minutes on my cup just to even out, I'm ready to go in with my glitter. So we're going to do a glitter ombre on our tumbler, starting with our darkest, chunkiest cut first, which is Knife Hand from Peachy Olive Glitters. I'm going to go really light up on my top rim, and I'm holding my glitter shaker really high, like out of frame high. And I'm just going to super lightly go in with this glitter and start to fade it down almost towards the middle of the cup. Once I've done that, I'm going to go a little bit heavier on that top, maybe 1 inch of the cup, just to build up the coverage a little bit there. And that's all we're going to do for knife hand at this point. We want to go really, really sparse here with our first round of glitters and then build up as we go. Remember, you can always add more glitter, but once it's on there, it's on there. So we want to make sure that we go really slow, take our time, really go light on our coverage and just build up little by little. And that will also help us get a really, really good blend with all of our colors. So then next I used Blue Blood and Gnarly, and I did the exact same thing that I did with Knife Hand. I just went in just about that same area and faded those colors down. I brought Gnarly a little bit down towards the middle of the tumbler because that's kind of like our transitional blue shade. And now I'm taking Kaneohe and I'm putting that right over Gnarly to build up that lighter blue tone. And now I'm going to take Barbie and I'm going to put that all over the pink area. And now once you get to this pink area, the rest of the cup down at the bottom does not matter. So I wouldn't worry about blending the colors like down towards the bottom of the tumbler. I am going to glitter that, but you really don't even need to if you don't want to, because all of that, like I said, is going to get covered up later. So once I'm done with Barbie, we have our initial round of glitters down, and towards the bottom of the cup I didn't really follow my own advice of going super light-handed, but that's okay, everything will turn out just fine. So now for our fine cut glitters, I'm going to start back up at the top of the cup and I'm going to take Semper Fi and I'm going to build that knife hand coverage up essentially. So I'm going everywhere that I put knife hand, really, really heavy on that top rim, and then I'm lightly fading the color down. So I'm lightening up my coverage, holding my shaker a little bit higher, and just sprinkling that glitter a little bit down the cup, going lighter as I go. Hopefully that makes sense. Next, I'm going to take Blue Blood again, and I'm going to put it in the same place that I did in the beginning. I'm going to go right over knife hand, hold my cup at all different angles to get that glitter to fall naturally and give us a really nice fade. And then I'm going to take Jack Dawson and I'm going to put that over Gnarly and Kaneohe to build up that, again, lighter blue kind of transitional shade. And then I'll take Kaneohe again just to build up that kind of teal bluey coverage. You don't have to do this if you want to. I just really wanted to reinforce that color, get a little bit more coverage, and build the blend a little bit more. And next for our pink section, I'm going to take Lassie and I'm going to put this everywhere I put Barbie. Now in hindsight, I probably should have done Lassie first and then Barbie on this round, but oh well, hindsight's 2020, it all turned out fine. And then I went over everything once again with my fine cut. So I'm taking Semper Fi, and then I took Bejeweled for that blue middle section, really just built up that lighter blue coverage there. And then for the pink section, I'm going to take Love You Bye and cover that pink and really try to get that as vibrant as possible. Now, again, like I said, you're not going to see this entire pink section. You're just going to see a little tiny bit of it poking out. So don't worry too much about this bottom area. You just want a little bit of some contrasting color to show up behind your trees. So once that glitter layer was dry, I let it dry about maybe like probably the full day. So probably like a full 12 hours. You don't need to wait that long, but that's how it turned out for me. I'm ready to go into my first coat of epoxy. So I've got 30 milliliters of my Flynn Sisters Fast Cure epoxy here, and I'm going to go in a really thin coat for this first layer. I'm starting at the very bottom of my tumbler where my lighter colors are, because I don't want to bring that dark blue down into my lighter colored sections, obviously. So starting at the bottom of the cup, going really, really thin here, and just working my way up into that darker blue tone at the top of the cup, making sure that I don't have too much epoxy in one spot. This coat is really just to kind of seal the glitter in. And then we'll go in after this coat cures with 2 more kind of real traditional coats of epoxy. Each of those coats will be about 25 milliliters, and they'll go a lot farther because we're not going to be putting the epoxy over raw glitter. For this first coat, I did use the entire 30 milliliters because we had raw glitter that wasn't sealed. It kind of soaks up the glitter, like soaks up the epoxy a little bit. So we use a little bit more here, and the coat was very, very thin, but the next 2 coats were more coverage with less epoxy, if that makes sense. So I let this coat sit and dry for about maybe 4 hours, and then I added my next 2 coats, and I waited about 6 hours in between each of those coats. So after those 2 coats, or 3 coats, I guess technically, were all cured, I was ready to do a full round of sanding on my tumbler, so everything is totally smooth and ready for our decals. We're going to do 2 sets of decals here. So I've got my silver textured metallic vinyl, and I cut out my tree line background out of this vinyl, and we're going to apply this first just as like a pretty background touch. And I chose to do silver instead of like a black or a darker color because I wanted this to remain really light. Because we have such a dark sky up top, I wanted to kind of lighten up the bottom a little bit. So I'm going to place this tree line maybe about an inch up from the very bottom of the tumbler. And I'm sorry you guys can't really see where the bottom of the tumbler is, but I'm just going to wrap it, there you go, about an inch above, because we're going to put another line of trees and little things on top of that. So that's going to be like our foreground, and we're not going to have this go all the way to the bottom, if that makes sense. So I'm going to apply this, make sure it's straight, and then remove my transfer tape, and we'll be ready to go right into our next layer of trees. So this next little landscape that we have has some trees, a little snowman, a reindeer, and I just cut this out of regular white vinyl, and I'm going to apply this using the same line, maybe a little bit below the line of trees that we just laid down, and then we'll trim them up so that they're both the same line, if that makes sense. It will make sense when you see it in just a second, but this is going to go right on top of that silver textured metallic vinyl and give us a really cool foreground background effect. So once that white top layer was applied, I took my craft knife and I followed the silver line underneath from that first tree line, and I just trimmed the excess white vinyl from the bottom, using that line as my guide so that our vinyl stops in the same place for both. And then we're going to tape this off and we're going to paint this white later. We'll add a little glitter for like a little snow effect and make everything look really seamless. So that's why I said earlier that the bottom of your tumbler really doesn't matter because it's going to get covered up. So I'm going to tape off this bottom portion of my tumbler a little bit above that vinyl line. Now, this ended up showing a little bit more than I would have liked, even under the glitter, and you guys will see that later. So I think I'm going to go in with maybe another layer of glitter later, cover that up a little bit more, but anyway, it's okay. So I taped that off, and then I wrapped the rest of my cup in saran wrap to protect it from any spray paint overspray, and I'm going to take this outside and spray paint the bottom of my tumbler with just regular white spray paint. While that spray paint on the bottom of our tumbler is drying, we can add our moon and Santa's sleigh to the top of our tumbler. So I found this moon image on Google. This is just like a NASA image of the moon. Hopefully it's okay to use, I don't know. And I just used my print and cut to cut it out on my silhouette. So I'm going to put that down, and then I'm going to put my little Santa's sleigh silhouette down on top of it. Now, this printable vinyl that I'm using, you do not want to use transfer tape over because it will ruin your image. So I'm going to transfer my Santa sleigh decal by hand without transfer tape. Just keep that in mind if you want to layer things like this, because I had to take my moon off because my transfer tape ruined it the first time I tried to do this. So learn from me. All right, now that all of our vinyl work is done, we can apply our coat of epoxy to the tumbler. So I'm going to start with 30 milliliters of my Flynn Sisters Fast Cure epoxy, and I'm going to do about maybe 15 to 20 on my cup, just plain without anything mixed in. And then I'm going to use the remainder of that epoxy, and I'm going to mix some glitter into it to give us our snow effect for the bottom of the tumbler, and then also up in the sky, like it's falling from the sky. For the snow on the bottom portion of the tumbler, I'm going to use Parabatai from Peachy Olive Glitters. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of that into my cup of leftover epoxy, mix it up, and then I'm going to take my gloved finger and just spread it all over that bottom portion where we painted white. That's going to help camouflage that line just a little bit and give the bottom of the tumbler a little bit more realistic, snowy look, a little bit more like dimension, and I think just make it look better overall. My white spray paint also was a little bit yellowy for my taste. I probably should have used a different white spray paint and that would have been a little bit better, but oh well, like I said, hindsight's 2020. Now for the snow that's falling from the sky, I wanted to add a little bit of chunky Parabatai into the cup with regular Parabatai. Chunky Parabatai has obviously chunkier pieces, and I thought that they would show up better on the glitter base that we have up at the top of the cup and look more like snow. So I mixed a little bit of that into my cup of epoxy, and I'm going to take just a little bit of it so you can see those chunky pieces. Just a little bit, add it to the bottom of the cup, just a tiny bit, and then add a little bit over the trees and just like a really thin layer of it basically all over the tumbler to give the whole thing just a really subtle snowfall effect. Once that coat is cured, you'll add another coat on top of that to finish everything off, and then you'll be all done. So that is it for this tutorial. I really hope you all enjoyed the grand finale for my 24-day holiday countdown series. I had so much fun making all of these tumblers for you and all of these videos, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought of the series down below in the comments. If you want me to do another one, if you want any other series throughout the year, I'm content planning for 2024, so let me know what you want to see. And thank you guys so much for watching all 24 of these videos. I will see you guys very soon. And that's it. Okay, love you. Bye.